Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Thanks for stopping by the Low and Slow channel. It's going to be a video on an element-based Gspeed build, LCG build. Super fun build. This was personally my first element build and my first Gspeed build, and the first time I used a Power Wagon body and these Desert Lizard shocks. And it's all great. It's all awesome. But yeah, let me jump right into it. Start from the bottom up. Well, anyways, let me take the body off. Oh yeah, it's the first time I used magnets too. They're pretty damn strong, as you can see. Oh yeah, we'll start from the bottom up. Using the Pro Line flat irons on this. Really good tire. Excuse me, YouTube. Oh man, if you saw my last video, sorry about that. I started to get a little cotton mouth, so got a little refreshment over here, but sorry about that. Anyways, Pro Line flat iron, the XLs, really good tire. This particular build, it was a budget build in the sense that, well, all the parts are great, really, really good parts. We just didn't want to buy anything new, so we used what we had. Everything's still brand new, but we just tried to use what we had. Anyway, so it doesn't have dual stages yet. Probably get some dual stages front and back. But yeah, Pro Line flat irons, stock foams, Club 5 crawler central links, high clearance links, top and bottom. Really cool links. Went together really smooth. The rod ends are beefy. I believe these are stainless steel, so they're not going to rust. They're not going to bend. Heavy duty. Really just on point. I believe they're even labeled top and bottom, left and right. So that made it really nice. Really nice set of links. Club 5, really good company. They make some cool stuff. Then moving up to the sliders and the frame. It's all Gspeed. Really nice sliders by Gspeed. Center skid Gspeed. And it's just really, really nice fitment. All the stuff went together really well. First Gspeed, and I loved it. Can't wait to test it. See what it can do. I've seen them all day, you know, but I just can't wait to do it my own way. Element axles, front and back. Non-portal element axles. We got brass C-hubs, brass outers, brass center, brass shock links, shock link mounts. Lots of weight up front, always. These Desert Lizard shocks, super nice. First time using them, and they're super adjustable. They come with a whole bag of springs. I always like to run full droop, so it's just gonna drop down right when you need it all the time onto the rock. Reach out and grab the rock. Pretty much not a whole lot of support resistance, but it just really likes to reach down and grab the rock. Like I said, super adjustable on the shocks. I think I'm running 40 weight up front. Yeah, it looks about 40 weight. And I usually run 60 in the rear, something super heavy. The front shocks are set up full droop. They're gonna come down all the time. That's how I run most of the trucks that I build. And then the back, just full of support. They're gonna come down a lot slower, a lot harder to pull up. For me, it's just because when you're on the hill, you want something to push your truck up. If your truck's gonna sag, it kind of just wants to flip. If it's always pushing up on the chassis, and it'll be pushing down on the front end. So that's why I give the back a lot more resistance, oil, spring. Usually, normal shocks, when the spring's on the outside, I do pin spring mod in the front. But with Desert Lizard, you can kind of just set it up to where it has pin spring mod from, like, you know, Desert Lizard. They're pretty cool how they have their shock set up and their pistons inside there, and I really like it. Probably getting another pair just to test it. I think these are 90 or 100s. They come in like 80 to 120, so that's also really cool. And then the links again, Club 5, stainless, super beefy, and really cool. Team Broad Track silver mount and panhard mount. aluminum. Never have to worry about that. It's going to be good to go for, you know, the life of the truck. Gspeed. Everybody's familiar with Gspeed. They got the super cool band, all kinds of adjustments everywhere. Man, yeah, you can't wait to play with it. There's so much flex allowed with these shocks in this truck and with the Gspeed. It's just going to be a blast to drive. Hobby Wing 1080. These are running the same settings as the last build video. If you want to check that out, the TRX4, same settings. It has a dynamite. This one's a 35 turn, a little bit more torque than the one in the TRX4, but it's, you know, basically the same setup. Reef 777 servo, one of the best servos on the market. You can't go wrong. Direct power, 2.3S. The thing's gonna be a beast. The magnet setup, super strong. I don't even know what these were in the bag. Like I said, try not to buy anything new, but this was already kind of set up, and first time, it's really strong. I like it. Gspeed spacers and shock mounts made the build super easy, super clean. I mean, it was just, this build was so fun just because everything with Gspeed went together so good. If you pay for it, it's worth it. It's just, it makes it super nice. The only thing this truck honestly doesn't have is a rear bumper, dual stage foams, and that's about it. Battery mount's probably going to be on the skid. You could throw a battery tray if you want it up here. Hide the electronics a little bit better. I mean, I'm an electrician by trade, but I'm not that good at RC wiring for some reason. You can throw a battery tray back here, but most of the time it's just going to be right here on the skid. I already got the Velcro ready to go. Can't wait to do that run. I think it's going to be tomorrow. Get it out on a couple of test rocks, nothing crazy. Just keep it new, keep it fresh. But yeah, that's the build. Drooped out front end, Hobby Wing 1080. It's going to be a lot of fun. This truck has a lot of flex, which is super cool. It's going to be a lot of fun on the rocks. If you guys have any questions or suggestions, like always, let me know in the comments. Thanks a lot, YouTube.